Alright. Well, there we go, chat. That's another one down, and much better than the last time around. Let me see. I think we head to the black market again because we do have a lot in trade goods, and we might be able to get ourselves something else. So let's see. If we sell everything, what do we have? We got 85 points if we sell everything we get. So we could buy another weapon. Maybe Space G3 or Space K2. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Everything else that we could afford would be, like, new armor, but we don't... Like, there's no point in upgrading armor right now because we don't have the extra accessories to attach to the armor, so it doesn't really do us any good. What is this? Exploding reactive armor. Okay. Anti-material rifle. Night vision goggles. Night vision goggles is really good. The armor still gives you 20 more armor. This is true. But again, the best defense is a good offense. If we can kill the enemy before they can even shoot us, then the armor doesn't matter. Unless it's, you know, like a situation with Frenchie where him getting shot at is the whole point. Let's see. We're gonna do... Son of a bitch. I swear to God. It's like he fucking knows. Chat, if you ever decide to stream, make sure that you get a mod like Erst. Because this motherfucker can, like, before I even have the idea for a poll, he's already putting in a poll. So you got a choice between either buying a Space G3, the Space K2, or just saving our barter for later. It's up to you, chat. You gotta decide. It seems like most people are on the fence, but there's a majority that want to do just saving the points to potentially get a better toy or possibly even another unit in the future. Who knows? There's all sorts of things. Does having better armor save your squad from being wiped by a frag? Not necessarily. Yes, but also no. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the damage that a grenade does is less about... Like, it's not a weapon in the traditional sense, at least as far as I can tell. It's the same as, like, an activated ability. So, like, it doesn't... See, that's the thing. I don't think there's an AP on the grenade. I think it's just an ability that it applies. Because, see, it just says ignores cover projectile area of effect. It doesn't actually break down the stats of, like, what kind of damage it does. Side note, dossiers get more expensive each time you buy it. Correct. I mean, maybe it only shows it when you're looking at it in the interface. It doesn't show you in the black market. Hard to know. But it seems the chat has overwhelmingly decided in favor of saving our barter instead of spending it. Yes, I know there's still some time left on the poll, but I'm not gonna bother waiting because I don't think there's enough of you that are gonna swing the vote before the timer runs out. So, we're gonna save our points, and we'll look at potentially hitting the black market after this op is over. Have to mouse over the attack while in a mission, unfortunately. Well, there you go. Screeching Tomato, first time chatter with the clutch. Informative information. Alright, so situation in the sector is becoming critical. We need to take action. Fortunately, we found a way to exterminate the pests for a long time. A chemical agent specifically synthesized for this purpose must be delivered to the central breeding pools of the critters. The area will be swarming with specimens of all sizes and types, and they will aggressively attack any intruder. Contaminate the pools, get to the evac zone, complete without losing anybody, do it in 12 rounds, and also find and rescue lost workers as a secondary objective. Alright, so we got the 2 sabotages, the rescue targets directly in the middle. Obviously, it looks like most of the enemies are going to be concentrated up here in the corner, although we do have a few stragglers just out and about. Contaminate does not mean destroy. I learned that the hard way. I mean, I don't see the difference, personally. And Swiftdraw gifted a sub to Screeching Tomato. Thank you, Swiftdraw, for the gifted sub, before gifting another sub, this time to Fluffy Sauce. So thank you, Swiftdraw, and once again, I'll tell you to keep it in your pants, but I know you're not going to. But either way, thank you, Swiftdraw, for the 2 gifted subs. I do appreciate it. Again, that's not an expectation or a requirement to be a part of the community, but I do appreciate you folks that choose to go that extra mile. Let me see. We got 48 points to spend, so maybe it's time to upgrade somebody again. Upgrade one of our squads. We could go for tech. Again, buff is pretty good. Athletic is pretty good. He gets both at tier 1. We could go with Darby. Again, I don't know if I care about concealment. But at the same time, I don't know if athletic really... I mean, athletic benefits everybody because minus 2 AP cost. Chad, do we just go athletic? Call it a day? Extra view range is nice. It is, but moving further is also nice. Concealment? Yeah, but why, though? Like, I'm not really playing... I'm not really playing stealthy. You can kill them and they can't see you. Let's see, what else does she have? Oh, I see why people are up in arms about concealment. Plus 25 damage and accuracy when attacking from a state of concealment. So this is why the concealment matters. Because that could be really good. If you're getting bonus damage and accuracy from concealment, you want concealment. So do we go for athletic now and then concealment later, or do we just go all in on concealment now? Once you go up against the Rogue Army Jaegers, you'll understand and learn to hate. Concealment is good by itself thanks to the perk and some gear. She's a perfect recon unit. She gets to become an absolute assassin if you want. Alright, chat. I'm gonna take your word for it, even though it... So again, for those that don't know, when I play these types of games, I don't play them based on, like, Oh, I'm not gonna go, like,
Okay.
I don't build my characters for a future build. I build my characters based on what's good for me right now. So, you're asking me to take a chance on something that doesn't benefit me immediately. But I'm gonna do it. You don't plan for the future? I've had a very long discussion about this, fool, but the short answer is no.
Service is always an act of valor.
And let's see, Erst gifting a sub, this time to— oh no. Why? Why? Gifting a sub to set— listen, I'm gonna butcher this, and I apologize in advance. Sadagibot or Sadagobot? Listen, you're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce that name.
Okay.
I appreciate you coming into the community, being a first-time chatter and everything, but I have no idea how to pronounce that name, so you'll have to let me know. But either way, thanks, Erst, for gifting the sub. And Swiftdraw, again, unable to keep it in his pants, gift him a sub to CVEX as well. So thank you, Swiftdraw, for the gifted sub also. And CVEX, welcome back into the cult of bad tactical decisions. Enjoy the Ecto Cooler, for it flows without limit. Let me see. We did not buy anything, so we don't really have to upgrade anything, and we're good to go, I guess. I mean, everybody's at max capacity. We didn't lose any soldiers, so yeah, I think we're good.
Yo, we dropping in here with a bunch of pencil-neck motherfuckers.
Again, why are you beefing with the rest of the squad, Tech? Jesus.
Armor detail on duty.
Oh my, they are not waiting.
We're good.
They are not waiting at all.
Leave some for me. Proceeding.
I mean, this is the part where I'm gonna
this.
do the Simpsons thing. He's already dead. Unfortunately, they have cover in the trees, so there's not a whole lot that we can do about it, but I'm gonna still put some rounds downrange.
What?
I mean, if you're gonna do like that, then I'm gonna spin around this way. So we're facing our front armor toward the enemy. And then we just lay into them.
Of course I could do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bumping.
go ahead and move everybody up. Like, if we can get to the tree line, then we'll have some cover and concealment. But we have to get there first.
Let's do this. Hustle 103rd.
And Rila says, I'm gonna go for a bit. Hopefully you're still here later. I don't know. Depends. Oh, no, you're right. No, I probably won't be. Depends on how long you're gone, but I'm probably gonna wrap it up after this mission, because I just remembered I have to go and pick some stuff up tonight, chat. So, while I would normally be like, hey, cool, I'm just gonna stream for another 9 hours like I did last week. This week I have to go pick up some, I have to go pick up some clothing. I'm not going to get into specifics. But for those of you that have been around for a while, you'll know that there are certain garments of clothing that are difficult for me to get my hands on in the right size. And I have a shipment, or I had an order at a local store, and it has arrived, and I'm going to pick that up. Again, if you know, you know. I'm trying not to drive through the trees because I don't want to destroy the concealment. But fuck it, let's just do it. Glad to hear the clown shoes finally came in. I mean, listen. I can't help what I am. Holsters are important. I mean, here's the thing. Believe it or not, I actually have, like, a thigh holster that would hold a small pistol. And when I say small, I mean small. Like, we're talking, like, Derringer or sub-compact size handgun. But I do have one. I never use it, because I don't have a gun that fits in it. But I do have one.
Sir?
Let's go ahead and... Can I get here? I can. Nice. Let's get to the trees. Having no respect for nature? I mean, you saw what I just had Reva do. Doesn't that answer your question?
Let's do this.
No, I don't have any respect for nature. Fuck nature.
Oscar Mike.
If nature didn't want to get destroyed, it should have got the hell out of my way. How about that? Did you used to have a gun that fit the thigh holster? I did. That's why I still have it. I do intend to get another one someday, but not today. Let's see. What are we dealing with over here? Sabotage, rescue, wait. Man. This intel is fucked up. Okay. Oh.
Hostiles advancing.
Okay.
Hostiles fleeing the engagement.
Good. Fuck them. Oh, we got some coming from the other side now.
Yo, bugs!
I'm gonna go ahead and let's move up. Not that far. We'll move up this far. And then we'll give him the buckshot. Man.
Good job.
Y'all were kidding about the shotgun and the bugs.
Let's do this.
Let's see, Darby, I don't think... Yeah, you're just outside of range. So, what we'll do is move up and we'll prepare for attacking next turn.
What?
Or, alternately...
Put down every dog.
We could just have Rewa do what she does best. Okay,
Sir?
Tech has moved up. Let's get Carter moved up a little bit. And we don't see any enemies, so I'll move up one more space. I'm gonna stay in the trees.
Let's do this.
Let's see. Darby, we're going for broke. Okay. Everything looking good so far.
Engines engaged. Acknowledged.
Okay, there we go.
Xenos.
On it.
True shotguns and battle rifles are where it's at. Shotguns have better range than video games and can destroy doors. I mean, anybody who's ever played Tarkov has, like, if you've played or watched Tarkov and listened to people bitch and moan about the shotguns, like, understand that what they're bitching about is that they're too realistic. And I never thought I would see that in a game playing Populous, where people would be bitching that guns should be less realistic than their real-world counterparts. But again, as we have previously discussed, that is not the fault of Tarkov. It's the fault of video games. Because video games so often have their firefights and engagements take place at ranges that are so ridiculously short compared to the actual effective range of firearms that, like, Tarkov is a great example. Most engagements take place at a range that is perfectly acceptable to use a shotgun for. But gamers are so used to that Call of Duty mentality where a shotgun has a 3-foot effective range that they don't realize somebody with 12 gauge can kill you from 50 yards away easy without even blinking. So the problem is not the guns, the problem is Call of Duty.
What?
Essentially. In the Battlefield games, you can make a sniper shotgun. In the Battlefield 2, I made a sniper shotgun. Chat, show of hands, who put slugs in a shotgun and then sat on top of one of the towers in Gulf of Oman just sniping at people for 30 minutes until the match was over? Show of hands. I know I wasn't the only one.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
That is also, in fact, what I am fucking talking about. Okay, so Big Boy seems to not know where we are, which I'm okay with. Carta, how are you feeling about this RPG? Feeling pretty good about it, apparently. Do I just, like, for the contamination, do we just have to get an infantry unit close to it? Is that how that works?
Let's do this.
Okay, hold what we got.
What? Acknowledged.
Go ahead and we'll send Rewa over here just to kind of scout things out and see what it looks like.
Aye.
And since it looks like we can move up, I'm gonna go ahead and get tech moving in that direction. We might need to send Darby as well. Damn. Do I waste the rocket to secure the kill? I feel like the answer is yes. Was it strictly necessary? No. Did it feel good?
Let's do this.
Absolutely. Shotguns were banned in an IRL war. So, they weren't banned, but the Germans in World War I absolutely tried to get shotguns banned because the Americans were using them in the trenches and they were so effective. The Germans were like, oh, this isn't fair. And again, that's kind of the joke in military historical circles. It's like, when you're the country that started dumping chemical weapons on your enemies and then you start complaining because you're afraid of shotguns, it's a little bit disingenuous.
Enemy movement.
Okay, Darby.
Orders.
They're right next to you. So just go ahead and take care of that.
Yes, I like how you work.
I appreciate it.
Alright, let's get Tech into the circle, and then I guess next turn we'll do the sabotage. Yeah.
Always ready.
It'll have to wait till next turn. Okay, you're close. I don't know if you're... I mean, technically you're still concealed, so just go ahead and get down. We'll wait for him to get a little bit closer, and then we'll hit him with the blicky. It'll be great.
What?
Okay. Outstanding. Let me get turned around. You go ahead and do your sabotage thing. And then start moving back this direction.
Sir?
I'm saving you to
Orders?
wait for the enemy. So let's go ahead and get Darby into cover. And, oh, well, we can see some enemies.
On target.
Go ahead and take some shots at him. Oh.
Always ready.
Oh, there's more than a few. Okay, we're close, but we're not close enough. So we're going to move up to cover. And unfortunately, we're a little too fucking close. Because I wasn't paying attention to the goddamn points cost. So we can't actually shoot at him.
Xenos.
What? Oh. Oh, you don't like bugs, do you? Okay, we got the civilians in tow.
What?
Let's get Rewa up enough that she can at least fire a single volley. Never tried loading the workers into the APC? I mean, to be fair, this is the first time I've done it. Seems to be working pretty well, though.
I can kill from anywhere.
Let's see. Tech, what you got? Can't really see them. So let's go with Darby
Orders.
instead. Take the shot. Outstanding. Let's see. We can't hit the flying bugs, but we can hit these guys.
Contact.
Tech, if you don't mind, get to cover before you get shot. And then I'll have you help bring a base of fire next turn. So go ahead and get down.
Always ready.
Alright, are we close enough? We're close enough. Blast them.
Bugs eliminated.
Chet, I don't normally get this moist for a scattergun, but it's really good.
It's a firefight.
I mean, yeah.
Stay safe.
I got a brother down. All right.
Dicks. Alright, there you go. Now you have your revenge. Hopefully it was worth it.
Hey, yo, we good, we good.
Are we though? Because I feel like he didn't really do a lot there.
What?
And now they're moving into cover, which I don't like. I mean... My girl is clearly on the level. I kind of want to send Reba forward, but she's also carrying the civilians. And my fear is that if I do that, they're going to take damage, and then we're not going to get the credit for rescuing them. So I'm going to have her just hang back. And let's see what they're going to do.
Keep firing those weapons, Marines.
Alright, go ahead and stand up and move forward. We're going to try to get a little bit closer to... Okay, there we go. You're not close enough to fire. So we'll just go ahead and move one more, and we'll get down. And we'll wait for next turn.
Let's do this.
Okay, Darby, hopefully you're gonna be a little more accurate.
Keep them landing.
I mean, I'll take it.
Bitch spray motherfuckers.
Hey, again, Tech, you are a credit to the team. You are a credit to the team.
You
All
are
right.
on an absolute warpath.
That's the skybugs taken care of. Do we...
We've got movement.
Motherfucker! They're somehow coming from behind us. Good lord. I don't know why, I just like that sound.
Sir?
It reminds me of Slime Rancher. You can't stop me. If we get here, I don't think... If I go here... Yeah, we're not gonna have enough. But these guys shoot. That's my problem. I think we just hold what we got. I'm not...
Let's do this.
Because I don't want Carta taking unnecessary casualties, so I'm kind of just going to leave her where she is, and then if they advance a little bit closer, I'll go ahead and take shots at them. But this is one of the few times where the shotgun is not an advantage for us.
What?
Still no enemies? Good. Go ahead and move forward more.
Let's get it.
I agree. Let's get it. Okay, tech in the trees. Again, just gonna hold what we got. Actually, you know what? What's our range? Okay. So we just need to move 2. If we move 2, that still gives us enough to fire. So we move 2. And we can also afford to crouch. And then we take the shot. Good shit, Carta. Good shit.
The Kutta.
Alright. So far, so good. Okay, let's just... I'm just... end the turn.
What?
And then I'm just gonna have Reiwa drive straight in there and just run through the fence and everything. And then that'll make a hole for the rest of our people to get into the evac zone.
Yeah.
If you roll in say Carta shine, give her a mortar. I mean... I believe you.
Proceeding?
What everybody's been telling me is that she's outstanding with any type of heavy weapon, especially in late game.
Let's do this.
Since I've never made it to late game, I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, on it.
Sir?
Okay, go ahead and do the sabotage, and then let's get you moving.
Let's do this.
Just give me Cardo so we can get her in the evac zone.
On point and on time. Job well done.
I don't know about the on time part. They wanted us to finish in 12 rounds, but we're good. Let's see. Got a bunch of resources. That's gonna be hot when we go to the black market, chat. That's gonna be very sexy. Only a little bit of damage. And our only downed squatty was Dark Naze, who did survive because we always get the first one free. So, definitely could have gone worse. Definitely could have gone worse. Has gone worse previously. Okay, what do we got? We got a disposable fucking RPO. It's an RPO, chat. And we got, let's see, an ATRGL, a recoilless anti-tank grenade launcher that's fired from a mount and shoots 73mm shells instead of a rocket. The projectile is not self-propelled, so it loses momentum with distance, but has a higher initial speed, giving it a decent accuracy over range and power. It also has no minimum range. Due to its massive backblast, it cannot be fired from buildings and also instantly reveals the shooter to all enemies. This weapon is mounted on a tripod to be carried by infantry. It has to be set up to be fired and slows down any squad carrying it. Yeah, it's basically the Carl Gustav. At least that's the way it sounds. If anything, it sounds more like, not the Carl Gustav, but what's the other one? Fuck, what is the name of it? The one with the giant hatch on the back that they had in Vietnam. I can't remember the name of it. Like, it had the flip-open door, and you had to, like, shove the shell in the back. It was almost like an old-school cannon, right? I can't remember what that was. That's what it seems like. M40? Is that the M40? .108mm? Yeah. Cause like, and then I remember, didn't they do like a 113 variant that had like a whole rack of those fucking things on the top? And I was like, the Marines definitely came up with that. They were like, what if 108mm, but 5 of them in a row? Anyway, chat. I don't know if I'm gonna use an RPO, but everybody's telling me that the recoilless sucks. So I feel like either way, we're probably just gonna be taking one of these and selling it. So which one's worth more? This one's 35, this one's 15. So do we take the recoilless and then just sell it at the black market? Because that seems like the play to me. I mean, Elijah, have you not been in the chat? Everybody's saying the recoilless sucks. I don't know. I've never used it. Well, let's take it anyway, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see. Zane Beecher salesman has caused a political snafu on the backbone. Something to do with women, money, and not returning videotapes on time. My goodness. That's the real crime, chat. Our intel's still got work to do, but I think it's worth taking action. If we help cover for the Scion, we might get in better with Zane Beecher. Of course, the backbone itself will not be particularly esteemed by our intervention. Do we intervene on behalf of Wayland Yutani and get +8 but -5 with the backbone? Do we intervene for the backbone and piss off Wayland Yutani but get +8 with Space North Korea? Or do we just say, hey, fuck all you guys, and then we end up losing authority because we decided to be spineless? Stick up for the backbone, you can't go below 0 trust. Good to know. So then who do we want to throw in our lot with, chat? Do we throw in with Wayland Yutani, or do we throw in... Oh, no, we... For some reason... Because we just did the mission. I was like, why do we already have rep with the backbone? I was like, because we just did the mission. Yeah. Well, again, to the more important point. Fuck corpos? A message from the board. It is our understanding that you recognized an involved individual as a member of Zane Beecher. We are confused then as to why you elected to support the backbone on this matter. Going forward, we hope that you can recognize common ground when you're standing on it. This is a one-way message. Please do not respond. Well, I'm going to respond anyway, and I'm going to say, first of all, fuck corpos. And second of all, I'm sorry that you think that me noticing that your people were in trouble automatically obligates me to help them, or that we have any common ground whatsoever. So, fuck you and the AI horse that you rode in on. By the way, hey Fleek, before you send that, make sure to put the whole thing in bold, italic, and go ahead and color it all in red. Caps are optional at your discretion. Alright, let's see. What are we gonna unlock? We gotta supply... Oh, well, it's gotta be advanced medbay, right? Like, not even a question. It's gotta be advanced medbay. Capsy says, time to get back to work later, y'all. Alright, Capsy. Well, thanks for hanging out. Sorry you have to get up so early in the morning just to catch the streams again. But thanks for hanging out all the same. And hopefully work goes smoothly for you. In Comic Sans. Hey, listen. We don't want a formal declaration of war, okay? We gotta keep things at least somewhat professional. Alright, so, we got the OCI, we have 75 points, but I think we probably want to save up for the advanced medbay, because we're gonna need 160 for that. And it took us like 2 or 3 ops to save up the points for that last time around. So I think it's better that we just save our OCI points in order to get the advanced medbay as soon as we can. As for the squads, everything's good. We haven't lost anybody officially yet, anyway. And yeah, I think we have the black market, chat. Let's see. How much do we have in total? So right now we have 180. If we add the recoilless, it gives us a grand total of 230. So then the question becomes, what do we want to do? You get the multi-laser. We could, in fact, get the multi-laser, chat. So we could do the multi-laser. We could go ahead and start upgrading armor on our troopers. We could start getting some more primary weapons for our guys. Either crowbars or K2s. We got options. We got options. Erst, I know you're already working on a poll, so I'll just let you finish it. Let's see. What else do we have? I mean, we could get Era for the vehicle, but we're not, like, in desperate need of defensive measures just yet. But yeah, we could grab a couple of assault rifles, new ones. We can grab armor. We can get the multi-laser for the vehicle. Which could improve our chances early on. I think that's too many choices, to be honest, but it's whatever. So there you go, chat. The poll is up. If you don't see it, refresh your stream. You should see it at the top of the chat bar. And put in your votes for what you think we should spend our points on. Keep in mind that if we do want to grab the multi-laser, it is going to involve selling the recoilless because we don't have enough points without it. Getting X-Woo means early, basically means you never worry about manpower. I'm almost at 100 manpower after 5 or 6 operations. I mean, here's the thing though, is unless you just have a disastrous couple of missions back to back, like, I haven't found manpower to be much of an issue. But I can understand if you take losses consecutively, like back to back to back, then that could absolutely be a concern. I'm willing to risk it personally. Yeah, I mean, to be clear, I'm not gonna sell the recoilless unless chat wants to get the multi-laser, because the multi-laser is the only thing we would have to sell it to get. Everything else, the rifles, the armor, all of that, we can get all that without selling the multi-laser. So, like, if you want to keep the recoilless, you can either vote keep the recoilless or vote for one of the other options, but, like, it's on you guys. This is how democracy works. You gotta, you know, you gotta think about what you're voting for before you vote for it. I mean, this is the point where you throw away your vote. If you don't want the multi-laser, put your vote on rifles, because that's the only way to stop it now. It was a little bit too late. Alright. Multi-laser it is, chat. Chat has spoken. Chat has spoken. Can't see the poll on mobile, life sucks. I mean, don't you have a computer, Elijah? Obligatory Blizzard reference? No, you're not clones. You're all just alt accounts. Anyway, chat has spoken, and it is multi-laser. So, with that being said, we have 30 points that we can spend elsewhere. The problem, of course, being that there's nothing here for 30 points. So, I think instead, we just drop these two, and there we go. We're on an even trade. It's currently occupied running MENACE. Ah, I see. Well, I mean, we all have our tough decisions to make. I feel like you made the right one. Alright, there we go. Multi-laser is purchased, so let's go stick it on. That's what she said. And we do have enough points for another upgrade, so maybe it's time for that as well. Let me see. So we could go athletic for tech, or we could go with Rewa and give her the extra damage versus hardware. Now, extra damage versus hardware could be useful if we find ourselves going up against pirates. But giving tech extra movement is also pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I get that the multi-laser is more useful for the fact that it has no weapon or has no ammo limit. And that's kind of the thing, is like, give me the laser so that we don't run out of so that we don't run out of, like, ammunition in the middle of a fight. Because by normal standards, this only got, like, 10 or 12 shots or something like that. So with the laser, we're able to continue fighting even once the ammo runs out on the machine gun. Rather expert pilot, since a lot of her movement is spent on turning. That's fair. That's fair. We don't have to build her the same way. But we also don't have to spend points on her at all. We could always just spend the points on tech. Again, give him athletics so that way he can keep up with the rest of the infantry. Because if all of our infantry have -2 AP cost, then they're all moving just farther. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and get him upgraded. So now all of our infantry are at parity. Now we can focus our next upgrade on Reiwa and getting her ready for whatever we're gonna build her as. Swiftdraw says, gotta go run my Traveler game. We're short-handed, only 5 out of 8 players tonight, so they get to figure out what to do with the infant they found. Wait, what? Chat, why is it always a child? They're officers on a moral pirate crew and are absolutely not qualified, so this is promising to be funny. 8 men and a baby, I guess? But anyway, thanks for hanging out, Swiftdraw. We appreciate it, and hopefully the Traveler game goes well, even if you are short a few people. Alright, chat, there we go. I think we're in good shape, or at least we're in good shape to pick up where we left off next week. So let me drop a save. By the way, chat, in case you didn't know, one of the new updates to the game, or I guess the hotfix, is this right here. In case you weren't paying attention, previously, there was no button in the option, there was no button to access the options menu. So if for whatever reason you didn't have if you didn't have access to your keyboard, you had no way to access the menu. Steam Deck? Anyone? And so, because of that, the developers in their latest hotfix, which was like 2 days ago, I think, added a button so that you can access the menu from anywhere. That wasn't the only thing they did, but that is a thing that they added. So there you go. Anyway, chat. I think that's what we're going to end it for tonight. Again, I have to go pick up garments. And then obviously try them on to make sure that they fit properly. And then perhaps take them back if they don't. Because, listen, I'm going to tell you a little secret about ladies' clothing. Regardless of the type. Sizes mean nothing. Sizes mean absolutely nothing. Because, I know for a fact, if you get a men's t-shirt and it's a medium, and you get it from multiple brands and multiple places, that medium is going to have roughly the same fit regardless. But speaking from experience, if I buy a small, and a small, and a small, in 3 brands, in 3 stores, completely different. Completely different. They're not even made on the same fucking planet. Oh, well, yeah. Urs, you're not supposed to give up the goat like that, dude. Come on now. I was trying to keep it under wraps. No pun intended. Besides, if you want a breakdown of how fucking ladies' milk hangers work, you can find guides on the internet, or ask me later in the Discord and I'll give you a breakdown. That's not true. I'm not gonna do that. And I see you, Lord Melchior. Hydration incoming, even if it is the end of the stream. Urs was talking about his jackstrap. Got it. My mistake. An easy mistake to make, I'm sure. Anyway, chat, let's head back to the office, and we will bring the stream to a close for another week. You hear that, guys? Instead of bits, we should just be getting the boss lottery tickets. I mean, look, I've told you this before. When I was unemployed and I was at my most desperate and when I say desperate, for those of you that don't know, there was a point back when I was unemployed where I was about 2 weeks away from being homeless. And I didn't tell you guys because I know what would have happened if I did. I mostly kept that under my hat. But there was a point where I was down to like a matter of a couple of weeks before I was going to have to pack up my shit and move back home because I had nowhere else to go. And in those desperate times where I had nothing left to lose, I was spending my last couple of dollars on lottery tickets just to see if I got lucky. And I've said before, I bought tickets during that very desperate time of my life, hoping, and not even hoping for the jackpot, right? Like, I wasn't hoping for the $100 billion jackpot. I was just like, hey, $10,000, $5,000, you know, some small winning like that would just help me keep the lights on for a little bit longer so I could find a job. And so, like, I was buying these tickets just hoping that I'd get lucky and just find enough to like win enough that I could just keep my head above water for a little bit longer. Out of all the tickets that I bought, I got 0 fucking numbers matched. Full stop. Across every ticket, across every drawing, I never matched a single fucking number. That is why I don't leave things to chance. That is why I say I have bad luck, and that is why you will never catch me seriously playing the lottery. The only reason that I did it then was because at that point, I had nothing left to lose. I had less than $100 to my name, and that wasn't gonna save shit. So I was like, fuck it, I might as well buy a lottery ticket. And so that was my thinking is this $100 is not gonna do shit for me next week anyway, so I might as well just buy a lottery ticket and see if I get lucky. So you get lottery tickets and pick your numbers, then share those numbers with us. We pick the remaining numbers and share the winnings. Listen. I can assure you that this is not the first group of people to sit down and be like, we can game the lottery. It doesn't work that way. For some reason, only Californians and people from Illinois win 90% of the time. And they usually win by pooling money. Like, when you see these people winning, it's more often than not, like, people who pool their money. Because that's what you hear about this all the time, where it's like, there's always the two extremes. It's always either people who pool their money, or it's that little old lady who's been playing the lottery for like 80 fucking years, and she wins the lottery and then dies like 3 weeks later. I'm sure we can monetize your ridiculously bad luck. I mean, see, that's my thing. Is so I'm like, hey, I'm never gonna win anything. but that's also something you can bet on. So, like, I'll never get rich because of my bad luck, but you guys could. See? Anyway, chat, enough about shit that's never gonna happen, like me winning the lottery. And listen, I've said before, if I ever win the lottery, I've got plans, right? And one of the first things that I would do is I would invest money so that I never have to work again. Anything that was left after that, like I would buy a house and some land so that I don't have to worry about a place to live anymore. I would spend a lot of money improving the stream, and then I would just stream full time for fun. I would never go to work again. I would just stay at home and I would just stream games with you guys all the time because I genuinely enjoy streaming. I really do. And I wish that I could do it full time, but it doesn't pay the bills and I don't think it ever will. And even if I went all in on it and tried to make it into a career, then I have to be desperate to constantly keep that up. And I have to, then we have to do trend chasing and I have to worry about political gaffes and all this other bullshit that I don't want to have to deal with. But like if I won the lottery and I never had to work again, I would just stream full time. That's how I would occupy most of my time. Like I would still do stuff outside of the stream, but I would stream probably at least 4 or 5 days a week. Like I would make it a thing. But then all the rest of the money, I would probably just give to charity. Like there are a couple of people in my life that, like, I would right some wrongs for them. Like my foster family, I would probably give some money as thanks for, giving me a place to stay when I was desperate for it. That kind of stuff. But like, after I had fixed all of the things that I thought were wrong in my life and the people around me, like, I would just give the rest to charity because I don't need it. Like, I'm not the kind of person who wants to live in a 50-room mansion in Beverly Hills with a gold-plated Lamborghini. Like, I've never lived that kind of life. I've never dreamed of living that kind of life. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I had that kind of money. And again, once I had righted wrongs and set myself up so that I wouldn't have to worry about all the bullshit in the world anymore, I would just give the rest of it away. Cause fucking, I don't need it. And hell, for that matter, I don't want it. I don't want the temptation that kind of money would bring. The temptation to fall into fucking debauchery and hedonism and other shit that always seems to come along with that kind of money. But that's just me. I mean, everybody has their plan of like, if I won the lottery, this is what I would do. That is what I would do. That is what I would do. Buy up all the houses on a hill overlooking the river and build a fort to use it to host Ren fairs. I mean, again, if that's what you want to do. But see, like, I don't have any crazy ambitions like that. I don't have this, like, for example, Erst is very much into, like, the Ren Fair scene, the old medieval stuff and all that. Like, he has passions like that, and so he has goals to achieve if he had that kind of, like, I don't really have that. I would just be like, hey, I'm taken care of, my family and friends are taken care of, the rest, who cares? There's no point in stockpiling that wealth. Because unlike the 1% that control all the wealth, I don't feel the need to hoard it because I know I can't take it with me. I just want to absolve myself of the day-to-day grind and tedium of having to work and slave away for somebody else's benefit. And then after that, I'm happy. I'm very easy to please. So like, again, I don't have the extravagant tastes or goals or plans or anything like that. I'd probably buy a couple $1,000s worth of Kickstarter stuff. Like just tabletop games and stuff like that. And then I would spend the rest of my life just like painting minis and playing games. And that's pretty much it. That would be my life. It would be boring and probably depressing for most people, but I would be happy. And that's all that matters. Charity down at the Yellow Rose? Wait, the what now? Like, Oh no, wait, yes, there's the strip club in Austin that they call the Yellow Rose, right? I've been to Austin. I know. I know things. I'm a knower. So I want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me on a Sunday. The world is a roller coaster of challenges, and we don't all have a lot of time on this planet, so I appreciate you choosing to come and spend some of that time here with us. There's a million things you could have been doing, a million places you could have been, and you chose to spend that time here, and I appreciate you for it. Again, whether you were here for 5 minutes or 5 hours, every single one of those minutes matters. And I thank you for choosing to spend them here with me, and of course, the donkeys in the cult of bad tactical decisions. For those that chose to go the extra mile, to sub, to resub, to gift the subs, or the Bezos bucks, as always, you don't have to do that. It is not an expectation or a requirement to be a part of this community. But if you chose to do that, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because while I do not deserve that kind of support, you know I'm going to do everything I can to earn it. So thank you for supporting me, supporting the channel, and of course, for supporting the community. Because without you guys, none of this would be possible. And without you guys, this community would not have grown to the size that it is today. So thank you guys for that. Again, it's all you. I'm just putting on the show, but you guys made all this happen. And here at the end, I want to remind you, like I always do, that your life has value and that the world is a better place with you in it. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll see you next time.